Oh, hello, my friends. The most famous trail in Patagonia is known by the name of W Trail because it has four legs that look like a letter W, sort of. Usually it takes about 4 to 5 days to finish the whole trek. Here's a picture showing the map of the trek. The whole trail follows four different valleys that extend from the base into the mountains. The first day is called Torres del Paine, which is based off the towers, which is the same name as the national park. And then the second day is called French Valley, which is known for beautiful hanging glaciers and spectacular views. And then day number 3 is called Lago Nordenskjöld, which is a lake that we go to. And day number 5 is Grey Valley, named after famous explorer Lady Grey, who came here at the end of the 19th century. Day number 5 is optional, and you can walk to the Grey Glacier. The proper way of doing this trail is from east to west, as we did, and in the beginning you go to the visitor center, you start there, and then you follow the trail, first along a stream, and then you enter the valley. As you walk on the trail, you walk through several different vegetation zones. We start with the semi-desert vegetation, and then we go through this very nice forest, and then after vegetation is changing to subalpine and finally to the alpine vegetation zone. On this trail you can encounter different animals that live in the area, such as guanaco, which is a form of a wild llama, foxes, condors, squirrels, and some other animals. But there are no big game animals like, for example, bear or a jaguar, so there is no danger of being attacked by wild animals. The best time to visit Patagonia is during the summer in South America, which is between November and March, because it offers the best weather and more predictable in terms of less wind and practically no rain. In the beginning we were walking in this nice valley in the forest, sometimes crossing the stream or at least along the stream, and then after a few hours of walking we came to the first refugio called Refugio Chileno. The name Refugio means shelter or alpine hut in this case, and it's a place where people can buy some food, they can buy essentials, and usually they can stay overnight in the form of a tent or on a campsite. And there is also transportation by mules, but it is mostly for the luggage or food purposes. Here are some tents that you can see. They are called garden tents, and they are elevated from the ground, and you can stay in them for a night. They are semi-permanent constructions on the slope of the hill. From this point on, there are no more shelters. We went through the forest, and the incline of the elevation was changing quite rapidly. From this point on, we were going up. It was going to be quite a long day for us, because we had to cover approximately 26 kilometers and few hundred meters incline, so we had to start early that day. The trek was taking us now through the forest. We left the stream behind and we kept climbing higher and higher. For us, it was a day trip situation, and we figured that we will need approximately 12 hours to cover this leg of the trail and to come back to our base. We had a pretty good hiking weather that day. It wasn't overly hot. Temperature was in the around 20 degrees Celsius. After another couple of hours, we came to the campsite, which was part of the trek. That's the next stop. The first one was Refugio, the second one is the campsite, and the third one will be the end of the trail. The trail offers a unique blend of very beautiful scenery and some hiking challenges as you walk along. The trail was still walking us through the forest and through some streams, little bridges. Here are some people of our group. This is Holly, and that's Holly again, and Magda, Peter, Peter again, and that's the scenery on both sides of the valley. As we were hiking higher and higher, the vegetation was changing slightly, the forest was getting a little thinner, and it was looking more like a subalpine region. Here we came to the park ranger station, and we had another kilometer to the top, but it was a steeper incline going up on the large boulders, large rocks, and pretty much straight up. Our route was getting now a little tougher because we had to negotiate some large boulders and some large rocks. For the last stretch, everything to get to the base of the towers. Our hiking efforts paid off nicely because the views were getting absolutely magnificent, and closer towards the end of the trek, I met these two young ladies from South Korea, and we talked and walked the trail. Here they are both teachers in South Korea. And they were generous enough to agree to take a picture with them together. Now we came to the base of the towers. You cannot walk any further because there is a lake, and then after there is this granite wall and a glacier, so it is impossible to walk any further. This one nice guy was hiking barefoot. He was from... Hello, my friends. We are at the Mirador Base Torres, which is the most iconic place in Patagonia on the Chilean side. And in front of us we can see Los Cuentos, those tall peaks. And my two good friends, famous explorer Bogdan, and even more famous explorer Peter, who is our leader.
Hello.
Yeah, Peter, how are you?
I am fantastic and exhausted. VHS-ami.
Halo, halo, Piotrze. Czy ty
Mówimy po
myślisz, że
polsku,
nam
czy-
jest dobrze? Czy ty myślisz, że nam jest dobrze w tym base Mirador Base Torres? Powiedz, co ty myślisz?
Ale jak tu jest niektórym dobrze w tym Mirador Base Torres, to przychodzi ludzkie pojęcie. Ludzkie pojęcie.
Magda, czy ty się z tym zgadzasz?
Ja jestem w uniesieniu.
Powiedziałbym, jedno z największych osiągnięć polskiego męsko-damskiego klubu wysokogórskiego w Edmonton, poza oczywiście wyjściem na Kilimandżaro.
Dziękujemy za interview i kamera stop. Here we can enjoy the view. It is still the base of the towers. This is the end of our trek for the day. We spent approximately 1 hour, and then after we had to go back because it was in the afternoon and it was time to go back in order to go for dinner in our guest house and to get out of the mountain before the dusk. Our hike down was a little quicker, as it is usually the case, and we reached our guest house before dark. Here we are, and then in the evening we had a very nice dinner together. We talked about our adventure, and later in the evening we enjoyed this most spectacular sunset. This is the end. Thank you for watching.